So there is a major update to the Fatinoye murder case, the family of three that were brutally killed on New Year's Day 2023 at their home in Ogun State. Remember the last time we talked about it, we said that their driver by the name of Lekan was initially arrested as a person of interest or as a suspect per se, but somehow got to escape, which kind of raised suspicion that he definitely knew something or had a hand in it. Apparently, Lekan had been caught and arrested, and eventually he confessed two other cultists who helped him in carrying out the gruesome murder of this innocent family. And there were theories spreading around as to why this would have happened, and we all thought it's probably because the guy, the man, Mr. Fatinoye, was working in CBN. But far from that, it turned out that Lekan, the driver, had a personal beef with the entire family, and that was why he did what he did. The reason he said he went for the family was because they refused to raise or increase his salary, and that was what triggered him into planning to rob the family. Although he said he did not mean to kill them, but something happened, and that was why they eventually all died, or per se, that was why he eventually killed them. According to the story, Lekan wanted the family to, he wanted to rob the family. So he called his two friends who are said to be in a cult group and asked them for help. Clearly, Lekan, being the driver, has access into the house. And so when the two friends came to the house, they held the family at gunpoint and they asked the man, Mr. Fatinoye, to transfer money into one of their accounts, Kuda Bank or so. But unfortunately, the transfer was not going. But the man was willing to transfer the money. So out of being desperate, Lekan decided to tell the boys. It's not clear if Lekan was in the house with them, but he might have been wearing mask. It's not very clear. Because he said that the family did not know that he was the one until after they transferred the money. And the way they got to know, or the way his cover blew, was the account that Mr. Fatinoye eventually decided to transfer the money to was his bank, Lekan's bank. Because they could not transfer it to one of these guys' banks, so they transferred it to Lekan's bank. So it was at the point of transferring the money to Lekan's account that the family now realized, oh wait, is this not our driver's name? And that was when they knew that he was the one and he was the one involved. I want to guess that it was just these two people who had come to rob while he was outside playing, on the lookout. So seeing that they transferred the money to his account and seeing that the Fatinoyes now know he was the one, he knew then that there was no way he would let them leave. And so, according to how he said he killed them, Mr. Fatinoye was butchered while Mrs. Fatinoye was plunged to death with a sledgehammer. Now, when it came to their son, Ore, and the housemaid, they were both not at the house at the time of the robbery. Remember, this is New Year. I guess the Fatinoye couple had left church earlier, and seeing that Ore works in the church, maybe he would have left later. It's usually normal for the young ones to stay behind and catch up. It's just so unfortunate that they came home at the wrong time. How I wished they stayed longer in church, because during the whole operation, during the whole killing, that was when Ore and the housemaid came into the house and saw what was going on and saw Lekan and saw the boys, and it was at this point that they had to pounce on them, tie them up and threw them in the river. But fortunately, or per se, luckily for the houseboy, the rope that tied him on eventually loosed and he was able to swim out. Unfortunately though for Ore, he couldn't untie himself and he drowned. It's just so unfortunate and so sad and so heartbreaking that this was the reason why this was done. This is nothing but greed and sheer wickedness. If they were not increasing your salary, you leave. It's a job. They weren't stealing from you. If you were not satisfied with the salary, move on. He did, although say that he was paying that, the salary would have probably qualified him for a loan to use and buy a motorcycle to better his life, but that did not happen. But who cares? Who cares, Lekan? Nobody cares. You leave when you're not satisfied with your payments. You don't rob and kill people because they did not increase your salary. An entire family gone. They had lost their son a year before, and now they are all gone because of choosing to employ somebody so greedy and so ungrateful. And so entitled, because he felt so entitled to their money. He felt that, oh, okay, you guys are rich, you just have to no, they don't have to increase your salary, Lekan. And now you will rot in jail and hopefully die there.